Welcome to the Big Biz Show, featuring insight, analysis, and a lot of stuff that's none of your business.
Hold on. This is the Big Biz Show. I think it is their business.
Making the markets work for you. Here's the man with the plan, Sully.
Hey, they're live from the Loft 100 studios in sunny San Diego, California. Big Biz Show's on the air. Great to have you along today. Costa, Sully, and the day trader Quattro. The Quad. Great to have you along.
3, 4.
Boy, they're not messing with you, are you? Great to have you guys. Good to see you.
Boom.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. We're doing a lesson in who's going to get fired first in 2023.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd like you to key in. Devin Doan is the grease man here at the studio. He's our digital live content producer. Can you key in on this right here? Because either if you're a sponsor, then you're allowed to be here. If you're not a sponsor, then there's somebody. So the bastards didn't do their job, did they? Can I have a wow for that?
Oh,
Come on.
boy. Yikes. Oh, boy. I really like Devin.
Oh, my God. Dang.
No, I would just come here in shame and pick it up off there.
Oh,
Whoever's
boy.
job this is. I would do it. Yeah, there you go. JB, it's not JB's job.
No.
Have I made my point?
Yes, you have, sir.
Absolutely.
Great to have you along today. Good to see you. Happy New Year, day number 2. So this is how it's going to go, right? This is the on-ramp for
Yep.
2023?
Pretty much.
Very good. You sound much better today.
I feel much better.
You don't sound like your neck blew a bubble.
No. I went home and the boss made
I
me
couldn't
some
stand it. I couldn't realize if you were boss jock and like super pukey jock. Hey everybody, it's Mike. Hey,
No, it was
kind of that Donald Trump. Hey, everybody, I'm here at the Big Biz Show.
No, I was a little snuffly, but I went home.
A little snuffly.
A little snuffly.
Little
Maybe
snuffly.
some
New
Jewish
band name.
penicillin,
A little snuffly.
and I'm much better. Thank
All
you
right.
for asking.
You sound better.
I feel
Are you
better.
going back to the? Are you going back to the? I think we missed that. It is branded now on the website.
I know.
So I think you need to.
It was removed for Christmas photos, but as you can see, it's now coming back. So
Yeah.
give me a couple weeks.
All right.
Yep.
Good.
Promise.
Did anybody? Anybody embark on fitness at all during the holidays, or was it just basically unhinge your jaw and start pouring stuff in?
Gluttony. Wow. Gluttony.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just started pouring stuff in.
Pretty much.
I actually did pretty good, but I took about a week off because we weren't feeling good in the household there for the last week of the year, and boy, I felt it yesterday.
Oh,
And,
oh.
yeah, and I started golfing again. It sounds a lot like
You
this.
did?
Yeah, it sounds like this.
And wait for it.
In fact, it sounds exactly like that right now.
Well, let's get out there and hit them.
Yeah, let's do it. I think
love it.
I like. Do you guys golf at all?
Very little, but I like
I think we should have a studio team golf outing.
I'm with it.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Either that or should we just go to the batting cages? It might be easier. I think it might.
swing and a miss.
Hey, listen, I'm anxious to announce that we're going to be moving into the new Loft 100 studios here in about 7 weeks, I think. And boy, the new look is amazing. And I'll tell you, the size of the place is 3 sizes bigger than this place.
Just
So
the rendering.
It's going to be good stuff. And one guy that's going to be in studio with us is Scott Absher. Of course, he's the founder and CEO of Shift Pixy. We just spoke yesterday about him coming on air and doing also America Trends with us too. So it's going to be great. But it's great to have him. Lots of stuff happening as they continue to take a page from the gig economy. And of course, these ghost kitchens that he was the first person I ever even heard use the word ghost kitchen when I met him a little over a year ago. And now he's taking it to the next level. Scott, great to have you along. Happy New Year, sir.
Sully,
Oh,
Happy New
I
Year.
see you're I see you're ramping up the new year. See, he's Scott's on a fiscal thing. I think this is his summertime. apparently.
Aloha, Scott.
I know. I'm trying to remind you that I'm in Miami,
That's
and
true.
I hear that you're getting rain right now, buddy.
Wow. See, we got to. So it's you and I are the same animal because it's a crisis when it rains. You live in Miami. I live in San Diego. This is not a normal thing.
No.
Hey, give us your assessment of the last quarter of last year because it certainly was impressive what you guys set out to accomplish and what you did accomplish. Then I want to talk about what we're going to do for the next part of 2023, at least short term. Give us an overview of what happened last year and what you're happy about.
What I'm happy about is that we survived COVID as a company. I mean, as you know, we rely heavily on restaurant employee populations for our revenue, and we kind of flatlined through COVID, but managed to come out okay. We kind of held our own. And that was a big accomplishment. I was glad that we were able to do that. But what I'm more interested in is what all the work that we did this past year is actually, we're about ready to hit harvest time this year in 23. So it should be a really good year. So more than anything else, last year really set us up, even though there was not huge upside for us.
Sure.
This year looks really good for us because the market's kind of coming to us right now.
Sure. So Scott, and I've got to ask you, is because you've had third-party delivery, you open the door on making us realize that it's not really a fair proposition for a lot of the restaurants and the high fees they impose, and you've created, pardon me, these ghost kitchens. And you've addressed these restaurant staffing shortages. Are we going to stay the course here? Is there anything? I know you're CEO of a public company. You can't tell us everything, but are we going to stay the course on what you're doing? Because boy, I could see you scaling these ghost kitchens in every city in the United States.
Yeah, we're definitely staying the course, and we've also disclosed in public that we're preparing to take our what we call Shift Pixy Labs, which is the ghost kitchen business, the delivery business, and the consumer-facing brands that we've developed. Those are about to go out and trade on their own, and we're in the process of going through all the gymnastics there, the accounting, legal, all the exchange gymnastics. So we're hoping to get that done maybe as early as the first quarter of this year. But that'll allow Labs and its work to stay very focused. And then Shift Pixy is the remaining parent company,
Sure.
the mothership, if you will stay focused on the human capital side of the business. We are definitely staying the course. We're just going to bifurcate the business so they can better focus on their own.
So Scott, does that mean Shift Pixy is a publicly traded company on its own, and then, for example, a ghost kitchen would be a publicly traded company, and then these brands those separate companies they're all traded separately?
Yeah, the way Shift Pixy Labs will be set up is it'll be spun off and it'll trade on its own. We're talking with both NASDAQ and the New York to figure out, the best place for us to land that business. And we'll do a small offering at the same time we list it. But the idea behind brands is we've curated about 15 consumer-facing brands. Each of them have a different gaming element to them. Each of them have a different social media influencer tied to each of those brands. And the intention was to take that portfolio of brands and spin those out as they mature as businesses, spin those out and dividend those out to the shareholders as well.
Yeah, I think what's interesting here is you once told me, and I'm not sure if this is accurate, that by 2030, the ghost kitchen business is going to be, what, $1 trillion industry? Is that still on track? Because
it still is.
I mean, you capture a micro percentage of that, and you're a $500 million company. I mean, think about that.
But what we've done is we've taken this a step further. Most of the ghost kitchen movement that you see is really just stated legacy brands that are trying to use borrowed or shared infrastructure to maybe test a new brand or to extend their brand instead of investing in real estate. So that's where you're seeing a lot of the growth. But we've taken it a step further in that we're going to incubate our own brands that are be completely consumer facing, delivery brands. They won't rely on brick and mortar. They'll rely on shared kitchen space. And what you're going to see in the weeks to come, we're going to be announcing a big alliance that we're setting up to help us fill out that mission. And it will be our own infrastructure. Excuse me. It'll be another ghost kitchen operation.
Well, and what's the part of this thing that's interesting is that your platform benefits both business operators and the part-time workforce. And obviously end up saving money for both sides while being an enterprise-wide solution for that industry. I got to ask you before we let you out of here today. When we first met you, you were the guy that taught us all about SPACs. What is the latest in the SPAC business? Are you guys digressing from SPACs? Because it doesn't seem like FINRA and the SEC is being very kind to the SPAC world right now, at least the infrastructure part of it.
Yeah, good question. And yeah, no, we're completely unwound. One of the things that we disclosed some weeks ago was that we decided to get a surrender or walk away from our sponsorship.
Yeah.
And we completely shut down our SPAC.
Hence, and I'm going to say, hence, Scott, hence the bifurcation of your different brands, as opposed to doing SPACs, which are special purpose acquisition companies, as opposed to doing public SPACs for each one of them. You're doing actual public companies for each one of them, which I think is a cleaner deal. Scott,
it's a cleaner path to market.
Yeah, I like it too, buddy. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. We're glad to have you along here. You'll see more of him. He's even coming in studio. What do you think about that? His name, of course, Scott Absher.
Amazing.
Built to reconnect businesses to the new workforce. You use DoorDash much? Or?
No, I try not to.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd rather go to the restaurant and pick it up myself.
I can't remember the last time I was in a grocery store. You use Instacart?
Once in a while.
God, I love Instacart. All right, here we go. More Big Biz. I gotta ask the band what their New Year's resolutions are.
Oh boy.
Shoot up less on the brakes in the van.
Wear underwear.
Yeah. It's Casual Friday.